Hello, hello. How we doing? Welcome to the live stream. Are we all good? Right, we're going to showcase our good old trusty Fifine microphones. We should have a little bit of background music on the go as well. I've just picked up a couple of new cat toys as well, which one I've quickly tested out. Cats seem to love it. I've got another one as well, which is still in the box. Not tried it yet, but I will unbox it on this live stream for you to take a look at. Ghoul, welcome, buddy. Let's get your little name on stream. How is life going? Now, I'm just looking at the product carousel on our Amazon. I can see we've got at least one product that is on a super sale at the moment. Oh, we got another one as well. Ooh, cat brush is on sale, which is in the cupboard out there, which I will go and grab shortly. So I can see two products that have got a deal on at the moment. But yes, if you see any products on our Amazon live stream, because you'll be able to see the product carousel, so you can see all the products that we've got available, let us know. We will get it on stream and we will show you it in action. But as always, we may as well start with the first microphone, which is the one you are listening to right now. Get the little, well, ticker's already on the screen to be fair. This is the Fifine K688. Let's get the little B-roll video in the background as well. Oosh, rocking and rolling up there. Now, as always, if you're familiar with the stream, you will kind of know what I'm going to say next. And that is that I use this microphone for everything I do. So any kind of content creation, if I'm playing games, like kind of getting beat down on Apex Legends, then this is the microphone that I am using. High food for 6, right? Yep, 6 o'clock is fine for food. That gives me a good hour. Good hour streaming. Lyrical Luke. How are we doing, buddy? I'm alright, mate. It's not bad. We're just showcasing a few products. We've got a number of microphones. And the first one we're showing is this Fifine K688. As I've just mentioned, this is the one that I use for everything that I do. Love it. It's great. One thing to bear in mind if you did buy this is that it don't come in a stand. So you will need your own boom arm or a stand like that one. You do get a converter in the box, so you can mount it onto a boom arm, but you are literally buying just the microphone. Should explain why I've got two chairs. Yeah, I've got two chairs because my cat is currently asleep on one. Let's see if I can move this out the way slightly. That way's probably better. Oh, there she is. Yeah, so I'm a little bit soft when it comes to cats, so if they steal my chair, I just drop the wife's chair. Pats the cat. Now she's a good girl. She's, to be fair, she used to play quite regular and she seemed to not be too interested, but we've just bought a couple of new cat toys which she seems quite interested in. Playing what to have for tea. You should go to the chip shop, mate. That's what you should do. Have some chips for tea. Yes, so this microphone, you're currently listening to the XLR connection. You can connect it through USB as well. What's her name? Molly. That one is Molly. We've got Luna and Cinder in the front room at the moment. But I've been feeding loads of stray cats outside, which I may show on my phone shortly. You can have a look at my strays that I've been feeding. But they are very good. But what? Chinese meal pizza? Chinese food sounds good. Those Chinese chicken balls, very nice. Get some of those. Yes, so you are listening to the XLR connection. You can use USB, which I think I have currently got set up. So let me find it on my big list of microphones. There it is. And you are now listening to the USB connection. So what you're listening to now is what you're going to get straight out of the box. You don't need any drivers for this. Plug it into your PC or Mac, just works straight away. No need to install any drivers. If you are a gamer on a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, this microphone will work in there. Doesn't work on Xboxes. This is the raw audio, so no filters whatsoever. This is the audio you're going to get. Just want a quick drop in, take care. Lyrical Luke, thank you for stopping by. Why quiet? I probably need to turn it up, mate. Although it is a dynamic microphone, so really I should be closer than what I am. The problem I have is that when I run it through my XLR, I kind of boost the volume really loudly. on my Go XLR Mini. So as it is a dynamic mic, you do really want to try and get close to it, because it basically makes your voice sound more radio-esque. But I know when I speak, I kind of slur, and basically my plosives are horrendous, like Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. So ideally you would like it close, which means that if I'm quiet, if I'm back here and it's quiet, that means it's not really going to be picking up much in the way of room sound. So to be fair, I've got an amazingly noisy PC, which if you can't really hear me when I'm a distance away, you shouldn't really be able to hear that PC. Which means if you're on a Zoom call or you're playing some games, then your background sound is not going to be detected. Which means you'll be able to play with your keyboard, and it shouldn't really pick up much in the way of background sound, because it is a dynamic mic. Anything behind the mic, it basically tries to eliminate a lot of that. You're from Birmingham. Yes, we don't speak very well around here, to be honest. And if I hear people from around here speaking, I'm like, oh, that sounds common. And then I'm like, yeah, that's how I sound as well. So I can't criticise them, because I sound just like that. So let me go back to my XLR connection. I just need to mute USB first. There we are. So you'll probably notice now is that I'm amazingly loud. So I can turn this down, to be fair. So we could go kind of around there and chat like that. That might be quiet now. Oosh. But the good thing as well is that this microphone comes with audio monitoring, so you can plug some earphones in there, like a set of these, and you can have yourself a listen just to make sure your volume levels are right. But yes, you get a nice foam filter as well, which my cats have chewed. I always show this on stream as well. My chewed up foam filter. Come on, get in focus. Yeah, there we are. Absolutely devoured. You do get a mute button on the front as well, which only works when you're connected through USB. If you're using a mixing desk, then your mixing desk basically takes priority and control of the mute. No RGBs on this, just a standard looking microphone. But I personally think that it sounds really good, which is kind of why I use it for everything that I do. Anything else to tell you? I mean, you get everything in the box. If I remember right, you do get the XLR cable. You get the USB-C cable. You don't get earphones for the audio monitoring. You will need your own for that. And it comes in its own shock mount as well. So just screw it onto a boom arm, onto a stand, and away you go. It is a 5/8 of an inch thread, and the converter converts it to a 3/8 of an inch if you want to put it onto a boom arm. But that's currently $72.99. If you are on Amazon, you'll be able to see all these products. You'll get all the prices, and you can see any of the products are on a limited time deal. And to be fair, there is one as well, which is what we're looking at, the A6, which is this nice little RGB number right here. Now, I'll tell you what, let me go wireless first, because then I can start showing you microphones on the other camera. So let me put my RGB one to a side and hope that the deal doesn't expire while we're on the live stream. Now, what I've got here is this little wireless microphone. As I say, if you've been to these streams before, you would have seen a lot of these microphones previously. But this little wireless microphone is awesome. Love it. Let me enable it so you can have yourself a listen. There you are. Bit of coughing just to start things off. Now, this is our Fifine AM8 wireless microphone. They have just brought another one out, which is basically two microphones, one receiver, two microphones. Let's move him out of the way. So if you want to do any kind of interviews, then you can basically do it now. So the version I've got is the one mic, one receiver, which means good for one person, unless you've got somebody standing there and then you do a bit of that, passing it forwards and backwards. But they have just released a new one where there are two mics with the one receiver, which is quite nice if you do any kind of podcasting. Now, the best audio I found is having it like this and chatting into it. The next best is kind of on my stomach area, which I will demonstrate right now, which is kind of around here. I found that the audio levels are pretty good here, and this is how I will use it for a little bit whilst I show you what it's all about. Where's my little video? Where is my M6? Boom, boom, boom. There we are. Ooh, there we are. So, great thing about the wireless mic, basically you can use it anywhere. So if you're outdoors, switch it on, you are good to go. Now the receiver, let me find the Amazon listing so I can show you what it looks like. It is a USB-C receiver that plugs into either a mobile phone or into like a PC or a Mac. And this is what it looks like. So there's the microphone there. Here is our receiver on the left hand side. You get a USB port on the side as well, USB-C female. That basically has two functions. You can either plug your phone charger in there, which means that you can charge your phone up whilst you're using it, or you can plug some USB-C headphones in there and you can do audio monitoring just to make sure it's all syncing up fine, which to be fair, I've not had an issue with this whatsoever. It's been great. Now, you do get a mute button on the side as well, which is your power button. So if you tap it once, we'll get a little red light, which I will show you. So on the side here, if I tap this button, okay, red light to say you're muted, blue light to say that you are active. Hold that down for 3 seconds, switches the microphone off. Do the same again to switch it on, and it charges through USB-C on the bottom. So you do get the cable to charge it up, plug it into a wall socket, into a battery pack, and you are good to go. Oh dear. Now there's no setup required for this either. So I've got it hooked up to my PC. I've put a USB-A converter on the end of the USB-C. So if you don't have a USB-C port, you can plug it into a converter and it works fine. Again, no need to install any drivers with this. I've tried this on my Samsung Galaxy S21. I've used the camera app, I've used WhatsApp, and it defaults to this external microphone rather than the inbuilt one. And to be fair, this is a million times better than the inbuilt microphone on my phone. Highly, highly recommend it if you're after a wireless microphone. Seriously, very good. And now I've got this one hooked up, I can show you my A6 microphone, which is whoa, super sale. It is on a super sale, which means we're going to move over to this camera right here. Now we've still got the M6 video playing in the top corner as well. That will go off shortly. Okay, this is your Fifine A6 microphone. Now, as you can see here, RGB lights, which at the moment are going through a static colour sequence. So it's going to go through each of the static colours. Good thing with this mic is we have a button on the back which allows us to toggle through each of the different lights. So if I want this to match my blue background, I can do that. There we go, beautiful. And it will just stay on that colour now until I press the button and change it to something else. You do get a blending mode as well, which is that one right there. So it's going to blend some colours together. Quite nice, I like it. On the front, we get our pop filter, which basically just pulls up. So you can take that off if you want to. I think if you've got one of these, you may as well use it. So 2 little bits of plastic on the front there, just pushes down and sits in place. Now this connects through USB-C. So on the bottom we have the USB-C connection. We also get audio monitoring on this as well. Comes in a shock mount. You get a stand with it as well. We've got some rubber on the bottom, so it's not going to cause any scratches to your surfaces. Anything else to tell you about this? You can mount it onto a boom arm as well. We can just unscrew the microphone out of there, place it onto a boom arm, you are good to go. So you don't need to use the stand if you don't want to. And on the top as well, we do get a mute button. So you'll see the green light there. Tap that to mute it, tap it to enable it. And this is currently, there we are. This is currently rocking in at $39.09. So this is currently on sale. Super sale. Do it one more time. Super sale. Get on the screen. Let me go there so you can see it in its full glory. So it does drop down to this price. Sorry, I'm calling it an A6 and A8. My bad. Fifine A8 microphone. Now, this is the cheapest I've seen it, $39.09. I've never seen it go less than that, even when it was like the Amazon sales. Never seen it drop lower than that. You do get different coloured variations of this mic. To be fair, let me enable the mic so you can have a listen. And this is it. This is your A8 that you're listening to now. So there's a black version, which is the one that we've got. There is a pink, there is a white, and there is a... oh, that's the A8 Plus. So there is a different version of this. And this is the one that's got different polar patterns on, which you can control on the front there. But the A8 that we've got here, you can either have black, pink, or white. So the pink is the most expensive at $40.79. White version is $39.94, and the black version is a little bit cheaper, $39.09. And this is the audio you can expect. Now, it is a condenser microphone, which means main audio through the front here. Sorry, I've just kind of hit the mic. Don't do that with microphones. Not very good for them. But I will quickly put on some white noise so you can have a listen. We'll rotate it around the mic so you get an idea of where the audio is coming from and how much it drowns out the back. Here we are, a bit of white noise. So you should have been able to hear that white noise when we were around the front. You'll still be able to hear it a little bit from the sides and the back as well, but your best audio is directly from the front. Because it is a condenser mic as well, you can sit back a little bit, so it's not really like a dynamic one, where in an ideal world you want to be fairly close to that one. This one, you've got a little bit more flexibility with where you get it positioned. But I imagine when we're close like this, then you're probably going to get more clear audio. So with pretty much any microphone, the closer you can get to it, the better the audio will sound. It should sound more clear. Not with my accent though. Doesn't sound very clear with my accent. So that is the A8, currently $39.09. Like I say, the cheapest I've seen it. I think that's the price that it was when it was the... what was the name of the sale? We're on Black Friday. The Prime Day. That is the price it was. But we also have the little version of this, which is a little bit cheaper as well. Which I've got my rung ticker going around the screen as well. So let me put A8 on for a moment, just while I show you this other one, which is the little brother. Little brother, look at this. Got the same blended mode with the lights on the front. There are a few differences. Some not so good. Some that I actually prefer on the cheaper one than what you get on this. Now, this cheaper one, which is the A6V, this has got the RGB lights. Now, I can't really say disappointing because it's a cheaper microphone, but you get no control over these lights on the front here. So the sequence you are seeing there is a sequence that you are stuck with. You can mute the microphone. Now this is something that's a little bit different on this mic, because if I mute this one, this light goes from green to red, and if I mute this one, it turns off the RGB lights. Now for me personally, I actually prefer the lights completely going out, because if you're like me and you do any kind of streaming, I guarantee that you started a stream with your microphone muted. And I just prefer that there's no lights, because immediately my attention is drawn to, why is there no lights working? It's either that my microphone is not plugged in, completely dead, or I've got it muted. Whereas this one, because it's tilted back slightly, I can't actually see that button without thinking, kind of to double check if I'm muted or not, which I know me personally, I never do. I literally start a stream, start talking, then the chat goes, Andy, your mic's muted. Whereas with this one, I know immediately I'm muted because I've got no lights. Now, this is currently $34.99, so that's $39.09, $34.99, so a little bit cheaper. Now, what I do like is, even though it's cheaper, you get the shock mount, you get the pop filter, and the feature I prefer on this is the volume control, because it's on the bottom of the microphone. Whereas this one is positioned on the back at the bottom, so where my fingers are here, it's positioned there. And me personally, I just prefer the access on this one, right on the bottom. I kind of wish all microphones were like this. Really like the positioning. Now the tripod that it comes with, so it does come with a stand, is not as robust as the A8 microphone, but audio quality wise, for how cheap it is, actually really good. Let me enable it for you. And this is your Fifine A6V. So this is the cheaper of the two microphones. Now let me have a look and see if there's any different colours for this one. I'm certain there is, because there's a red one. I remember it. So $34.99 this one. And here are our selection of colours. So we have the black one, which is what you're listening to now. There is a blue, which is $1 more expensive. The pink is $1 more expensive. The white is $1 more expensive. And there is a red, which is the same price as the black version. Now it connects through USB-C into the back of the microphone, USB-A into your PC, your Mac, PS4 or PS5. Doesn't work on Xboxes, I have to state that, because I know somebody will buy it for their Xbox and it won't work. But if you are a PlayStation gamer, it will work in there. So I think the audio on this is actually really good, considering how cheap this mic is. I always recommend this as a starting point. So if you're currently using an inbuilt mic on a laptop, an inbuilt microphone on a webcam, this is going to sound 100 times better than any of those. And if you're just starting streaming, I never really recommend jumping to a really expensive mic to start off with. You kind of want to test the water a little bit and make sure that streaming is something that you want to do. So I always recommend something like this. $35. Do streaming for a couple of weeks, couple of months, see if you enjoy it. If you do, then upgrade as you go along. There's no point kind of going for something amazingly expensive for you to say, I don't like streaming, but I've just spent $300 on this microphone. Then you end up trying to sell it somewhere. And I think the audio quality wise for this is more than good enough to get you by. Really good sounding mic. But let's get away from microphones. I want to show you my new cat toy. So let me go back to my wireless mic. Which is this one right here. So let's go and get my little cat toys. Oh, I'm all excited for this now. Let's see if it wakes my cat up. Oh, okay, so the first one, I might as well bring them both over. The first one I bought, let me go to my carousel and enable this. I like it when I've got new things for the stream. We have a smart cat toy, and to be fair, both of these come in pretty much the same box. Now, it's the red one here that I've currently tested out, and this is the bad boy here. Now, that comes unscrewed. So we've got this little ball, which basically, it goes mental. It goes absolutely wild, because we put this little bit of string on the back, which, to be fair, I knew my cat would like this because I've got these tassels on my hoodie and she keeps going for these. So I was like, do you know what? She'll like that. Luckily she does. So we screw that into the end there, and on the front you'll see we've got a power button there. Let's try and rotate it around a little bit. We have a slot here which is a USB-C connector, so it's got an inbuilt battery and you charge it through the USB-C port, which, come on Andy, open it. Come on, open it. I did open it earlier because I charged it up. The cats have been playing with it. You're just going to have to take my word for it. I can't open it up at the moment. But you get a USB-C port in there anyway. You do get the USB-C cable in the box. Now we hold this down for 3 seconds. Whoa, flashy blue light. Now this is going to start going a little bit wild. Now I need to see if I can... Actually, let me just toggle through the mode. So we've got a blue mode, which is the fast mode. If we tap that once, we go to this purple mode, which basically means it's going to go around the floor slower. And we've got this yellow mode, which I haven't used yet. Oh, look at that. It's going wild. Which I believe it's... it goes around the floor for, I think it's a minute or something. Then it stops working until the cat knocks it. Then it switches itself back on. HT, hello buddy. Welcome, mate. I'm just showing off our new cat toy. Now I want to see if I can position my camera so you can have a look at this. But I need to be careful because I've got my cable, like I'm charging my camera up. Okay, let's point it on the floor there. Continuous focus. Now this might be a little bit difficult to get on camera because it goes wild. So let's turn it on. Look at it. Go the other way. Right. So it basically just starts going wild and running all over the place. I've currently got it stuck underneath the sofa. Let me try and hold my camera and hold it. There we go. Oh, it's gone behind me. Let me see if I can go and grab it again. Yeah, so it basically just goes all over the place. And I can see my cat looking up now. Okay. So it has a wander around, hits something, has a little bit of a breather, then starts flipping over and going all over the place. Oh, now it's gone underneath the cupboard. I've not thought this through, have I? Having an absolute nightmare here. Yeah, it's gone underneath my cupboard. So I'm just gonna wait for it to come out. I don't know if you can hear that, it's chirping as well. Oh, I can see it underneath there. Ugh. And it's just woke my cat up. Yeah, so my cat's here. Look at that, she's watching it. Oh. And what I quite like about it is, because my cat likes these strings, is that I can turn this off if I can find my power button on there. There we are, turn it off. And I can unscrew this. And then we can go, Molly, what's that? You having a sniff? Oh, you're not keen. Whoop. There it is. What's that, Mole? You're licking your lips. I bet you're hungry, aren't you? Yes, that's my new cat toy. But I've actually got another one as well, which I've not took out the box yet. Let me move this on carousel. So that first one is, no, to be fair, they're both $19.99. So this is a live unboxing, which, ooh. I should have mentioned as well is that you get 2 of these strings in there as well. Just reminding me, because we get 2 strings in this one as well. We get a USB-C cable as well, very short cable. So USB-A one end, USB-C in the other. So you will need your own charger to plug it into. But it should be pretty much the same as the red one. Oh, it's a little bit of a different shape.
Would you like a Jack Daniels? I'm going to have a glass of wine.
No, I'm alright, thank you. Yeah, so we've got a little bit of a different shape. There's the USB-C port on the back there. We turn it on the front there. But I think we should have a go. Let's see how it looks. Now, I don't know if we've got battery in this because, as I say, I've literally just took it out the box. So we screw this end bit in here. Oh, actually, no. I didn't actually screw that in, it's just pushed in. Let's turn him on, see if we've got some battery. Now, I imagine it's the same as the other one. We should have, like, a couple of lights. Ooh. Look at this. It's going wild. Wild in the aisles. Okay, tap it once. We've got ourselves a red light. Okay, so it's doing a slower thing. Press it again. Ooh. That one's shaking. Yeah. Okay, let's chuck it on the floor, see what it does. Spin round. Right, let's get camera on. Look at it. It's going wild. Shall I? Let me see if my kittens are wandering around. Because they've not seen this yet. Let's see if they like the looks of it. Any of the kittens are... That's no good, is it? Both the cats are asleep. Yeah, so that's what this one does. Goes mental. Yeah, to switch it off as well, just hold the power button down.
You have to want them to play with it.
You don't matter, leave them.
I think it's awake now.
Nah, that's alright, leave them. Yeah, if she wanders in, I'll fire it up. She's not seen the orange one yet. So we can see if she likes that. Right, so there's a couple of cat toys there. Now, we've got a super sale on the cat brush, I think we have. Let me go and grab the cat brush. While we're doing that, let's bang super sale on the screen, because this has dropped in price. Let me just move my microphone a little higher as well. Right, you should have heard me opening and closing my cupboard there as well. Now, this would be a good demonstration because I've got little bits of fur still in here. Now, this little cat brush is currently $8.84, down from $13.99. You're probably thinking, that's minging, look at the fur on that. But what's good about this brush is, got this little push thing on the back, so you should be able to see it there. So if you've got yourself a cat that's molting, should work with dogs as well, to be fair. Once all the fur has gone inside the bristles, you push this and it pushes all the fur to the front. So you can probably see it now. It's pushed everything to the front, and then you just grab it. You can run it underneath the tap if you want to, grab it with your fingers. Because I've got another brush which is not one of these, and we've brushed our cats, and the fur is kind of stuck inside the bristles, and I can't get it out. Doesn't matter how much I wash it. So this has been very useful. Now the bristles on the end, yeah, let me peel that off. So there we are, look at that, beautiful. And now we've got a nice clean brush. But the bristles on this, let me go to this camera, not my Amazon page, into the camera. So you should be able to see the bristles are not straight. So these, they all kind of point downwards when you're brushing, which is better because it basically, when you're brushing your cat, it scoops all the fur off them and plants it onto this brush. So here's a nice close-up here. So we push there, pushes your fur to the front so you can clean it. Such a simple design. I'm surprised that that's not been out for years. I don't remember ever seeing a brush like that when I was a kid. But that's currently $8.84, so it's down by 37%. Quite a good saving. Really good if you've got a cat that's molting, which, to be fair, mine are. Ain't you, Molly? Look at, hello, you okay? Now, what else do we have to show you? Yes, so if you're on the Amazon live stream, you'll see our product carousel. Now, all the products you see in there, we've actually got. So if there's anything that you do want to see, then please let us know. We are more than happy to show you them in action. Now, I think we'll... Do you know what? I will quickly show you my lights as well, my nano leaf lights. Now, these are on the carousel. These are quite a new addition. I've had them for maybe a month and a half, 2 months, something like that. And what's great about these, which I love, is that I can control these with my Stream Deck. Now, if I do any kind of streaming, I hate having to set lights up all the time, which is why I end up swapping this light to one that's got a remote control. Just because I end up knocking the lights and I'd kind of lose the right angle on there. Not saying the angle's right at the moment, it's probably not. But I've got Stream Decks, which is kind of how I'm controlling this live stream. And what I can do with this is I can start playing around with my lights. So, see these lights over here? Just turn them off, turn them back on. Now, these can be controlled with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, IFTTT, obviously Stream Deck, that's how I'm controlling them now. Them great. I can sit here, I can just start changing colours. Got some nice reds, some nice lilacs, some light blues. We got different modes as well, so there's a music mode we can set up, which basically means that if we start talking, it should start lighting the lights up. Now, I think I've got one set up. Is it that one? Yeah, it's that one. Can you see how if I stop talking, they all go off? Then when we start talking again, all the lights come back on. So you do get music mode on there. You can just use static colours if you want to. You can create your own colours. The app allows you to select a load of different presets as well. Let me find the app on here. And I'm probably going to need to show you on this camera, which I'm probably going to have to tilt back up a little bit. Somebody save me. I've just noticed I've got myself a firmware update on there as well, which I need to do. Now, we've got canvas and we've got shapes. The ones I was showing you just were the canvas lights, which means that we got a selection of all these different modes that we can do. They are touch panels as well, so I can swipe my hand over these lights and actually switch them off. I'll quickly show you that right now. I'll do it on these big ones. You've probably got a better angle of these. So these lights here, I can basically brush over them like that and switch them off. Brush over them, switch them back on. So they are touch panels. The other ones are touch panels as well. So very good. And obviously for me personally, because I've got them set up for the Stream Deck, it just means that I can start going through and changing the colour of my background without having to kind of manually go around doing stuff. Just sit here, just tap of a button, put whatever lights I want behind me. Great if you're filming content, especially if you just want to change behind you as well. Saves you taking lights down, putting new lights up, control it all from a Stream Deck. Really good, really useful. Now, let me have a look, see what else we've got. I will show you Ooh, I will show you my other dynamic mic as well. So I've showed you this dynamic microphone so far, which is your Fifine K688. We also have the A8 microphone, which is down here. If I can stretch and reach it. Ooh, nice. Now, to be fair, I do need to clean this. My cats have been all over this foam head again. They love it for some reason. It is nice and soft though. I kind of understand why they like it. Now, this connects through. Let me move this back up again. That should be better, something like that. Let's give you a little close-up of this microphone. Now, this is the Fifine AM8 microphone. We can mute and unmute the mic. We have RGB lights as well, which you do get full control of on this microphone, which is controlled by this button on the top. So we can tap that, go through each of the static colours. We do get a blended mode as well, which is this one here. So all the colours will rotate around the bottom of the mic. Tap it again, and this will rotate through each of the static colours. So reds, purples, blues, greens, yellows. It will go through the sequence. We have control for the gain on the mic and for the audio monitoring, which on the bottom here, audio monitoring, USB-C, which is how we've currently got it connected, or you can plug in an XLR cable as well. So if you've got your own mixing desk, you can hook this up to there. Nice rubber pad on the bottom, not going to cause scratches to your surfaces. And you can take this out of the stand if you wish, so if you want to put it onto a boom arm, you can do that. Now we'll start with the USB mode so you can have a listen to that. I just need to find it in my list. Oh, there we are. Testing. Okay, this is the USB mode on the Fifine AM8. Now, your best audio is going to come directly through this top part here. So this top part here is where you will get your best audio. I will do the, what's it called? The white noise test, so you can have a quick listen to where the audio's coming from. So best audio to start off with. Sorry, I just hit the bass with my phone. Okay, so you should be able to hear that your best audio is there. You should get quite a lot of noise rejection from the back of the mic as well, which is the good thing about dynamic mics. So if you're typing on a keyboard, which I will demonstrate now. Now, if you're hearing any kind of rattling noise, it's probably because I'm knocking the USB cable. I should have it set up better than what I have. But this is raw audio. This is what you're going to get straight out of the box. Once again, with all these microphones, there's no need to install any drivers. They just work. Plug them in, you are good to go. Will work on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, not on the Xbox, unfortunately. I did see a video where you can get it working, but it involves using a PC or a laptop and using the Xbox app. So you could get it to work, but out the box, if you just plug in USB cable in, PlayStation is the way to go. Now I will plug in the XLR cable so you can have a listen to that as well. Let's unplug it from there. Plug it into here. Let me just mute this while I do a switch over. Testing 1 2 1 2. Okay, so this is your audio direct through the XLR connection. Now you'll notice that we are muted, but you can still hear me. That's because it's going through my mixing desk. So if you're using an XLR connection, whatever mixing desk you're using, that takes control of the microphone. Now, exactly the same settings as what we were using on the K688. Nothing has changed at all. This is the audio you can expect. Now, if you're on a mixing desk, you can obviously turn it down, which I will do now, and then you can get a little bit closer to the mic. So it just depends on kind of positioning. Where do you want your microphone? So you can have it a distance away, boost the volume up on your mixing desk. The only problem you'll have with that is that if you're boosting the gain, it means it's going to pick up more of the room sound. So it will be a little bit of trial and error just to figure out where is the best place to put it. Like I say, if you can hear it kind of making noises, one, I'm holding it in my hand, which you shouldn't really do, and my cables are brushing against the desk. So I will put it down and try not to move around. So this is what it should sound like. I think the audio quality is actually really good on these. Let me just knock the volume up a little bit on there. And I will go back to my wireless mic, because I know I'm going to keep knocking these cables around. There we are, we're back on the old wireless. Oh sorry, yes, this microphone is currently $54.99. So it's cheaper than the K688. And especially if you're using an XLR connection, you've got full control of how you want your microphone to sound. So really good price, usually $64.99. I think they have released different colours of this one. Let me have a quick look. Fifine AM8. Let's have a quick look. And yes, they have. Okay, so $54.99 for the black version, which is the one we've just shown. You can get a pink version, which is not loading. Come on, show me the pink image. Yay, there we are. So there is a pink version. Very nice looking there. Now, the pink and the white will cost you $2 extra. So a little bit more money, but very nice looking microphones. And you can mount this onto a boom arm if you want to as well. So you don't need to have it in this stand. And you get the volume controls on there as well. So if you want to adjust your gain or the audio monitoring, you can do it directly on the microphone. So I don't know why I was crouching down then, like I was talking into this. It's my wireless one that you can hear at the moment. But very good microphone. To be fair, I've not had a bad mic from Fifine, and I honestly mean that. They have been awesome. I'm more than happy to showcase any of their microphones because they are amazingly good. I didn't feel like I plugged that in correctly. Now, do we have any products in the carousel that people would like to see? I'm just going through there quickly myself. Oh, another thing from Fifine as well, which is really good. Now, I've been playing a little bit of games, a little bit of Apex, a little bit of PUBG, and I've been using the good old H6 headset. Now, this has been amazingly good for me. Now, I have got a little video somewhere. I really should rearrange this stream deck. Where are you, H6? There you are. Oosh, get in the top corner. Now, this is a USB headset. So, not wireless, connects through USB. We get an inbuilt microphone on this as well, which does sound very good for a headset mic. It's amazing. We've got the nice RGB lights on the side. Now, you get no control over the RGBs on this, so the sequence you'll see in there is what you're stuck with. You can't disable those, so you will have those going around your ears throughout your gaming or listening to music. Very soft padding as well on the cans. Was that you, HT, who told me about cans when I kept saying I didn't know what these were called? We've got some nice foam here on the little headrest as well. Very nice. There we are. That's what they look like when they are on. Now I feel really weird because it's draining a lot of background sound out, so my voice sounds even more weird to me than what it usually sounds. But yes, these are what I've been wearing when I've been playing Apex and PUBG. Even listening to some music. Now, you do get 7.1 audio with these. So let me show you on this little camera here. So 7.1 audio, which you can disable if you don't want the surround sound. Now we also get, that looks a bit dark, that image, doesn't it? Let me just adjust my exposure on this camera. There we are, a little bit more brightness. Now, oh sorry, I was showing you the remote, weren't I? So yes, you can enable and disable the audio, well the 7.1. So I just haven't selected these on the carousel either. It's really handy. Now let's go this side first. Now we've got this switch which is for the inbuilt microphone. So you can enable and disable the mic. You do get a little image on the side here which is not showing up too well on camera. So microphone mute and unmute. We also get 3 different modes, which are music, gaming and movie mode. Now these are all controlled by this EQ button on the side. So you just tap it once, it will toggle between the 3 different modes. Now the gaming mode is my personal favourite because you get a lot of bass with the gaming mode. Really good if you're playing like battle royale games. If you are watching movies which have got a lot of action, so like, I don't know, let's say Bad Boys, you ain't seen Bad Boys 2, I would probably still go with the gaming mode just because it makes those explosions sound really good. But it's all going to be personal preference, so it's one of those, you'll just toggle through these and you'll decide which sounds best for you. If you're not much of a fan of the additional bass, then yeah, if you're watching a movie, go movie mode. The same with music as well. But me personally, I quite like that gaming mode for pretty much everything that I do with these. But very good. If you do battle royale games, now they're good for detecting where enemies are on a game, which was something I used to kind of really struggle with. So I could never tell where people were. If they were on the left hand side, it came through both headphones. I was like, where is that? Don't have that issue with these. So if they're on your left, it will come through the left side. So very good. And I've actually won a couple of games and I've been wearing these. So I can only put it down to these, to be honest. They've done the job. Now these are currently $39.99. So absolute bargain, to be fair. Now I've only ever really used very cheap headphones, like literally ones that are like $20, nothing expensive. And they've always ended up hurting the top of my head. This was when I had hair as well. So it used to hurt the top of my head after gaming for about 30 minutes or so. Not had the issue with these. These have been really good. So I do recommend those. I believe they've got different models of these as well now. I think there's a H9 which I've not tested, so I can't really comment on those. But the H6, they've been really good. And I'll probably do a little bit more gaming later. And I will be wearing those. Really good. So yes, please have a look at our carousel on Amazon Live. Let us know if there is anything that you like the looks of. We've got stuff like couch coasters, wireless charger. I will quickly show you my wireless charger while we're here. And if there's nothing people want to check out, then we will let you get on with the rest of your Sunday. But our little wireless charger, which I've currently got tangled around loads of cables. Let me see if I can sort this out. Now I've got this plugged into a USB hub, which is, I'm kind of doing a bit of a disservice for it, because this comes with fast charging. That's better. So if you've got yourself a phone that can do fast charging, this is a 15 watt wireless charger from Safuel. All made of plastic, looks very basic. It's got a USB-C port on the back. Now I think I might have a...
This charger does a good job, but there are a few things to bear in mind with it. It is made of plastic and it comes with a USB-C to USB-A cable, but it doesn't come with a power pack. So if you connect this up to a plug that's not compatible with quick charging, then expect your phone to charge slowly. When we do plug it into a quick charging port, then it will allow the phone to quick charge. There's a green light on the side to let you know that it's active. But when we put our Samsung Galaxy S21 onto the stand
with its cover on, then we got a blinking green light and it wasn't charging. So if you have a cover with a metallic plate on the back, then it won't work.
But I've got slow charge at the moment because I'm plugging it in down there. Now, be aware that if you've got a phone cover that's got one of these magnets on the back, it doesn't charge my phone. So if I put that on, you will see this green light here that's flashing. That means that it can detect something, but it's not giving out a charge, so it's really struggling. But if I take this out of my cover, now if you've got other covers without that big magnet, it will charge them. And you'll see we've got a static green light now, which means that it is charging. You can put it in portrait mode. You can also put it in landscape mode as well. So, sorry, ring lights everywhere. So that is charging my phone in landscape. But to be fair, Saucy, hello mate. But I tend to just put it in that mode. And if I'm on my PC, I can see if I've got a message or anything pop up on my phone, which is always useful, and it just keeps topping that battery back up as well. So amazingly useful. Who am I talking to? Hello, Scorpion. Mate, I'm talking to different people. We've got Sourceblood who we're chatting to. We've got a bit of HT who says, hey, handy. We've got a bit of Livical Luke who was here as well. Yeah, I'm doing some multi-streaming, buddy. So if people chat, I tend to pop their name up on the stream, so it doesn't look like I've gone completely mental and I'm chatting to no one. But now there are a couple of people here. We've got Sourceblood here. He's an absolute legend, that man is. But how you doing, Scorpion? Let me just have a swig of the good old Coke Zero. Beautiful. I am a little bit mental, to be honest. You are right, Saucy. I can't even argue with that, mate. I am a little bit mental. But yes, if you are on our Amazon live stream, you can see the product carousel. We have got every one of these products as well, so have a quick glance before we go offline. If there's anything in there that you're like, Andy, I'd quite like to have a look at that, let me know. I will show you right now on stream. Are you from Liverpool? No, I'm not. I'm from the Midlands in the UK, so I'm further south than Liverpool. Most people think I'm from Australia for some reason. Definitely not from Australia. I think I've had a couple of people say Liverpool. Ah, New Zealand, nice. I like the idea of being in New Zealand, but haven't you got like snakes and big massive spiders? Scares me. I don't think I can handle that. But New Zealand sounds good. No snakes, no spiders. Really? Mate, I'm coming to New Zealand. I'm moving over there. I thought you had massive spiders, massive snakes. No insects or animals that can hurt you. Dude, I'm coming. I'm on the way. I'm on the way to New Zealand. I'm going to bring Sourceblood with me. Yo, second. Welcome, buddy. How are you, mate? That's Australia. I thought it was New Zealand as well. The worst we have is wild pigs. Yeah. I think I can handle pigs. Big tarantulas, I can't handle those. Big boa constrictors, big snakes. Nah, I don't fancy those much either. But second, how are you, mate? Welcome. Have you got Quagmire as your your little image? Giggity. Awesome. Yes, well, I don't think anybody on Amazon wants to check out any of these other things. Oh, I should have really got the guitar out, shouldn't I? I could have showed you my little wireless transmitters. Yeah, I could probably do that very quickly. Let me go and find it. Maybe I should enable my Insta webcam as well. Since that's on the carousel, it would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? Right, is that tracking me now? Okay. So,
hopefully, with a bit of luck, this camera should track me around. Oosh, there we go. Now, what am I looking for? I'm looking for my little lamp, which is up there. I want to get my guitar. I'm not sure if this is in tune. So it's probably not in tune. There's my little amp. Look at the state of that wall. Look at that, horrendous. Can you see my cat biscuits as well? Yo, is that a spider on my wall behind telly? Dude, I think it is. On there, on about New Zealand and Big Daddy spiders. There's a Big Daddy spider on my wall. Dude, why have I not seen that? Nice voice, nice speaking skills. Wish you the best. Ah, Scorpion, thank you, dude. That is very kind of you, buddy. I'm concerned about this spider now, though. Let me have a look. Where was that? Oh, see that little thing? Oh, that's just dust. That's just me being filthy. Well, I'll be 2 minutes. Sorry, the wife's shouting me. They're saying that food is ready. But yeah, we've got these little wireless transmitters, which I will put on the carousel. I will quickly switch to my other mic because I'm bound to knock this all over the place. Hello, hello, hello. Let me bring him over. Okay, let's pull him off. I've got to be very quick because the wife will shout at me. She'll be like, Andy, I told you that your food's ready. And then she'll shout, and I don't like it. I don't like it when the wife shouts. It scares me. So let's enable that. Enable this. Actually, I should really hold it up, shouldn't I, and show you what these look like. So we've got these little... Which mic will be better in a noisy room? The Boyer? Noise because of the road. You'd probably ideally want to go with a dynamic microphone. I'll have to research and have a look at those mics. The A902, I think that's a condenser mic. I think the DMG20 is a condenser. So something kind of like Spark Art. Hello, mate. I've not seen the Boyer one. The Mayano DMG20, isn't that the RGB one? I think that's a condenser as well. So ideally you'd probably want a dynamic one. So this one I'm using now, which is the Fifine K688. There should be a link in the description on YouTube. How do I make my mic have a lot of compression on it? I use OBS, and there's a filter in OBS where you can basically configure the compression. Guitar looks similar. This is old, this guitar. And this little wireless thing I've got as well, this little wireless amp. I mean, I'm not playing anything, it like hisses like mad. I should really get my big amp. But this was really to kind of show you that I don't need a cable now. I'm using these little wireless transmitters. So it's pretty good. Nice. You play guitar? I've got guitar. I don't really play it very well. I think I know that song. Holiday by Green Day was the first one. I kind of played like punk rock kind of songs. Things that have got power chords. So stuff like Offspring, Green Day. Love that song, Holiday. To be fair, Holiday's my favourite one by Green Day. Bit of, what was that one? American Idiot? Yeah, so I literally just sit here and mess about. I don't really play much, to be fair. I'm saving up for an acoustic so I can sing with it and do some cool piano. Oh, nice! I kind of wish I could play piano. I can just stand by me on piano and that's about it. But as soon as I get my guitar out, I think, oh, I need to learn something new, and then I never do. I'm trying to think what I was trying to learn the other day. I don't know. I forgot. I don't know. Yeah, so as you can hear, I'm not very good on guitar. I just like to have a little mess about. Kind of hope for the best. I think it's out of tune as well. Sounds like the Doom soundtrack. I don't even know what that soundtrack sounds like. I'm gonna listen in the background. I have to edit. Oh, edit a video. Good stuff, mate. It's alright, buddy. I'm gonna head off now anyway. I was seeing if anybody on Amazon wanted to see any of the products in the carousel. But it's very quiet, so I think we can go. We can have some food. I can play with my cat with a new toy as well. New little toy for the cat. Oosh. But nah, mate, thank you for stopping by. Best of luck with the video editing. Redo. I'll have a quick look at those microphones, but have a look for a dynamic microphone. That's probably going to be your best bet to drown out as much background noise as you can get. If you're doing any kind of streaming, then on OBS you can enable a noise filter. To be fair, I can probably show you if you're still there. So let me drag this over. So if I went to my microphone here and I right clicked and I go to filters, you'll see that we've got all these different things here. So there's a noise suppression one. That's the one that you'll want. And you can select one of these two methods. So this speaks is the one that I use. And you just move this slider up and down till you find the sweet spot. I think mine's just default minus 20 decibels. And that's done a great job. So yes, you'll probably want to use something like OBS to do all that funky stuff. But feel free to drop me a message. You can kind of get me anywhere. Same username. But yeah, drop me a message. I'll try and help as much as I can. And I will let you all get on with the rest of your Sunday. I'm going to go and stuff my face with some food now. So let me start turning some of these streams off. Bye bye, Kick. Twitchy. See you soon. And the almighty YouTube. Thank you. Oh, Kayla was just popped in as well, and I've missed her. Kayla, I don't think you can see me now, but if you can, hello, I hope you are well. Second, have a good evening, buddy. Let me put your name on stream before we go. I hope you have yourself a good one. And we'll be back in the week on YouTube. Channel reviews. Keep an eye out. Right, have a great one all, and see you in the week. Stay safe.